Hey guys, this is Steven here with another video on how to play some logic puzzles. This one's on an Oxtail puzzle. The rules state that every X and O needs to be connected with one another by using a single line, and every line must have one and only one turn in it. So you can't have 2 or 3 turns, you can't have a straight line, it has to have one right angle turn. Lines do not intersect with one another, and every cell within the grid is going to be used, so you can't have any blank cells. So that's it for the rules, pretty simple. What I'm going to go ahead and do is try to solve this one for you guys so you can see how it unravels and share some common tips or tricks that'll hopefully make it easier for you to do in the future on your own. So the first place to start is going to be any X's and O's that are trapped or cornered or surrounded such that there's only one escape path. And so what I mean by that is if we look at this X here, can't go left, can't go right, can't go down, has to come up. And it can't go straight, it'd run into another X, so it has to turn. It only has one turn that it can make, and it's to the left, and it runs right into that O. So that's an easy one to start off with. And by solving that, you've now surrounded this X so that it has to come to the left. It can't go straight and run into that O because it has to turn. So the only way it can do that is by turning and meeting up with this O up here, just like that. The next tip that I would say is to look for any untouched cells or hard to get to areas. They're going to be constrained areas that'll kind of help you out. So this cell, for instance, there's only 2 ways to reach that cell, and it's by connecting to this O like that and then coming up, or connecting to that O and coming up. But if we look at the first option, if we use this O, you just now trapped this O here, and you're just never going to get this O to connect with any X. So you know that it's not this one, therefore it has to be this one, right? And if we try to connect this O here, you're going to trap this cell down here. So we're going to use this connection, just like that. And now, if we think about it, this O has to come up. Can't go straight with that X, can't come up here and turn left, there's no X's over here to connect to, and it can't do that, that's another O, so there's only one X for it to connect with, and it's that one. So that does the trick there. This O has to come up, can't turn here, that's another O, so it could come here like that, but then that strands this cell just below it. So if you see that, if I do this, how are you going to get a line that goes through this cell? It's just not going to work. So you know it has to come up here and connect with that X. Okay, and then the only way to get to this cell is if you come down here like that, and it connects there. And we'll color that. And this X has to come up. It can't connect with that O there, so we'll stop just short and make a right angle turn. And let's color that. I guess that's, what is that, magenta or dark pink? I don't know what color that is. Anyways, so now if we think about this X, it comes out here. It can't turn up here. You're going to surround this X and trap it. So it has to come out, and it's the only other O it can connect to. So that'll do the trick there. And now we think about this untouched cell has to come from this X. It can't come here, because again, we run into the same problem where we trap that X. So we're going to do that there. You can color that green. This O has to come out. Now it has 2 options. It can either turn here, connect with that X, or it could come out here, turn and connect with that X. And these 2 could connect like that, but then you run into a problem with these 2. There's no way to connect them with one turn. You'd have to come out, turn once, turn twice to connect, or you'd go straight and you'd leave these 2 untouched. So this O has to connect with this X like that. So that looks good. And now this X here would connect like that. And that leaves us with the last connection just like that. So that is how you solve an oxtail puzzle. If you look at it, every cell's been colored in or had a line drawn through it, however you want to look at it. Every X is connected with an O, and every line or every connection has one single turn in it. So hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Thanks everyone. Have a good night.